Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Temple of Possibilities. I am Minister William, or Reverend Will if you wish, leading today's sermon of August 25th, 2024. And as always, we'll start with a moment of silence for prayer, meditation, or what have you. All right, thank you. I would like to start off apologizing for there not being a sermon last week. We had technical difficulties, and the video for the sermon got corrupted, and I wasn't able to do another one. But not to worry, tonight's sermon will be the same as was going to be last week's. So, and it will be on one of the other virtues, temperance, and it is on the ULC website. Temperance is control over excess and over indulgent, as much as meant as such. It has many applications in chastity, humility, prudence, and other areas that involve restricting impulse. Since temperance is related to other virtues, it is considered one of the four cardinal virtues. After all, no virtue can be obtained if one is unable to control oneself. Along with its applications and uses in religion, temperance has been studied by philosophers and psychologists. Temperance in Confucianism and Taoism. The superior man thinks always of virtue. The common man thinks of comfort. Confucius. Confucianism and Taoism are grouped together for the purposes of this article because they are ancient Chinese styles of living that originated at roughly the same time. Both are a religion and a philosophy of Asia that stress humanity's relationships with nature. Confucius, the leader of Confucianism, advocated self-control and modesty for human life. The Analytics, a collection of ideas and sayings from Confucius, speak of the virtuous as those who choose to live simply, refrain from boasting, or extra, uh, extravagant, uh, extravagance. Sorry. As always, I'm going to butcher words. One moment. Sorry, before the video, I had a bad allergy attack, so my nose is a bit stuffy. The virtues who choose to live simply and value hard work as much as reward. Another book central to Confucian canon is the doctrine of mean. The Chinese word for mean are Chung-Yung, which means constantly in the middle. The advocate the avoidance of extremes. The guiding principle is balanced temperance against overdose or overindulgence, to which of a good thing can be too much of a good thing can be bad. which a lot of people agree with. You can have too much of a good thing. That's what it says. The doctrine of mean asserts the pride should not be indulged, nor should it be gratified to the full. Pleasure carried to excess. Lao Tzu, the founder of Taoism, also encouraged a temperance life. He believed that those who are arrogant with wealth, sex, and power sow the seeds to their own misfortune. People who boast of their own achievements harm their own credibility. These people do not grow in wisdom. The object of Taoism is to align one's life to Tao, or the way of the universe. The way is the norm of and rhyme of life, the driving power in all nature, the ordering of principle behind all life. The best way to achieve this is through Wu Wei. Wu Wei is the concept that literally translate means do nothingness. However, it does not actually mean complete inaction, but rather suggests a vacant attitude of abstinence. In other words, it means avoiding extremes in favor of self-restraint and balanced attitude. This balance is symbolized by yin-yang. Temperance in Buddhism. Temperance is as a tree which has for its roots very little containment, and for its fruit calm and peace. Buddha. What Buddha means in this quote is that temperance takes time before the benefits become clear. In the early stages, as one attempts to control themselves and their desires, it may bring difficulty, but in time, temperance can bear the fruit that brings peace. One of the points of Buddhism's Noble Eightfold Path is the point of right conduct. This point is synonymous with the idea of temperance, but it also involves a call to understand one's behavior before trying to improve it. The precepts within the point of right conduct are not do not kill, do not steal, do not lie, do not unchaste, do not become intoxicated. The practitioner should reflect on their actions and determine the motives that prompt them. For example, if one was making an effort to drink less, that person should be mindful of what makes them want to drink in the first place. By following the Eightfold Path, the practitioner is traveling along what Buddha called the middle way. The principle of the middle way is to avoid the extremes of asceticism on one side and indulgent abstinenceism on one side and indulgence on the other. Not too little, not too much. The body should be given what it needs to function optimally, but no more. Refraining from eating and drinking excessively would be an example of self-restraint. However, fasting to the point of near starvation would not. It is important to have balance. Temperance in Christianity. Gentleness, self-control, against such things there is no law. Galatians 5:23. Temperance in Christianity is closely aligned with self-control. It is applied to all areas of life and is clearly exemplified among the Amish, the old world Mennonites. Self-control is not only important in our daily lives, but is critical to faith as well. The Apostle Peter writes in 2 Peter 1 5 to 8. Besides this, given all diligence, add to your faith value, and the virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. For if those things can be you, they abound and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. From this passage, we see that temperance is a key part of living a virtuous and faithful life. This is self-evident, for without the ability to control ourselves, we are prisoners to our own desires. Without control, we are at the mercy of the temptations that come our way. How can we resist the devil if we cannot resist ourselves? The ability to properly control ourselves is not easy, nor is it something that can be achieved overnight. To do so, one must begin by guarding their thoughts and desires. The mind is the source of everything we do and say. Controlling our actions and words must begin with the mind. Those who attempt to change their actions without changing their mindset will likely find themselves slipping back into old habits. Temperance across religions. Like other virtues, temperance is not limited to one religion or spirituality. Each of the religions described above provide valuable insight on why temperance is important and how to work toward better self-control. From Confucianism and Taoism, we learn that the part of temperance is constantly being in the middle, a balance that avoids extremes in both ends. Buddha also advocated for a middle path. He believed that in order to have a better self-control, we need to understand our thoughts and motives behind our actions. In Christianity, temperance is vital because without control, we are left at the mercy of temptation and our sinful nature. As with everything else, our best hope for achieving proper self-control is to rely on Christ and His strength. How to practice self-control. Self-control means using willpower to block ourselves from something we want but don't need. Without self-control, we are at the mercy of emotion and desire. Straightening the will is not easy, and there is no shortcuts, but it is obtainable with the practice and diligence. If you are in need of stronger willpower, you are already on the road to acquiring it. Think about the areas where you lack control and set the goal that is achievable. Brainstorm ways to achieve this goal and get informed by reading books and looking things up online. It is vital to remember that the best change comes slowly. Start small and gradually work yourself in the direction you want to go. For example, if you are addicted to cheeseburgers, don't suddenly swear off cheeseburgers forever. Slowly work them out of your diet gives you the best chance of success. As for your will, as you will be changing your habits and thoughts. Another part of improving self-control is to learn how to relax. Meditation is a great way to relax and improve willpower. The point of it is to uh, the point of it is to discipline your mind to the state where it remains clear. During meditation, one's thoughts are not anchored to anything and the mind focuses on nothing. Breathing exercises are also an effective way to calm oneself. In the end, self-control comes down to reason versus emotion. You have to make yourself choose the right action, and each choice is a battle. If you give in once, you're likely to give in again. So don't let yourself stumble, not even a single time. Each successful resistance builds momentum and will help you beat the habits you want to break. Alright. I am planning on doing sermons on all the virtues. You might notice that there won't be one for kindness, the virtue of kindness. That is because those of you who are new or wasn't with me from the beginning. Kindness was my very first sermon, so it has already been done. So I won't be doing it again. If you want to watch that one, you just it's the very first in the playlist on YouTube. But as I said earlier, I'm sorry. We didn't have a sermon last week. That was originally going to be Temperance, but just as the sermon ended, the my computer rebooted, and corrupted the video. So yeah. So thank you for joining us this week, and remember, as always, the when we all come together, the possibilities are endless. Thank you. Goodbye.